7 bad mistakes everybody makes in AI filmmaking with Seedance 2, and today Kai is breaking down how to fix them.
If you are making these mistakes, you are completely destroying the quality of your fight scenes. Stop doing them right now. Luckily, these mistakes are easy to fix, and we're getting right into them. Plus, you can check out the finished scene at the end of the video. Fixing these mistakes is the difference between this amateur look and this cinematic masterpiece. For today's video, I'm using Higgsfield's Model Context Protocol. Honestly, they are the most creator-friendly platform in the world right now. I highly prefer using Higgsfield, but feel free to choose whatever platform fits your setup. If you're already familiar with MCP, feel free to skip this part and jump right to the 7 Deadly Sins section, which starts at around the 3-minute mark. While this MCP is available across different environments, I mostly use it inside Claude, and for this video, we have Fable 5 ready to test it out. I won't be covering basic MCP setup today. If you're new, I have a complete tutorial to get you up to speed. Check that out first. For a quick integration, navigate to the Customization section. From there, you can access your connectors and instantly add the Higgsfield connector to your workspace. The choice of software is entirely up to you. I'm showcasing this in MCP because it's my preference. It's incredibly convenient to have everything managed right inside a single page. It completely eliminates the hassle of manually replacing placeholders, uploading images or reference sheets, copying and pasting prompts, and constantly adjusting your settings. The biggest advantage of MCP is speed. It literally halves your production time because the cloud processes everything automatically. The MCP feature is an absolute game changer for me. Before this, I was spending so much time constantly uploading images, moving prompts around, and manually replacing character placeholders. Then, I'd have to copy and paste everything back into Claude just to have it check and refine the prompt before running the whole cycle all over again. The first mistake is throwing random strikes together without a clear narrative arc. A great fight scene isn't just cool choreography, it's a story told through movement. Amateurs start animating random punches immediately. Professionals map out the story first. The biggest mistake you can make is starting without a narrative plan. In my Canvas video, I gave you a complete roadmap on how to find the vibe, create the mood, generate the basics, and build out your story and characters from scratch. Moving on to mistake number 2. You are overloading your storyboard. A storyboard frame should only handle 6 to 10 seconds of action for regular scenes and just 4 to 8 seconds for intense, fast-paced action. Pushing it past that completely destroys performance. Instead, use your start and end frames together with the storyboard to bridge the gap. The next major error is failing to establish your character descriptions beforehand. You can't just jump straight into the fight choreography prompts without telling the AI exactly who is fighting first. Models like Seedance, they have no memory. Every prompt is a fresh generation. If you don't describe your character in the first 3 lines, it will invent one. Also, at the end of this video, I'll share a template for fighting prompting. Make sure you don't miss it. The next mistake is neglecting timestamps. Even when you are using a storyboard, you must define the exact timestamps for the action. This gives the AI, especially a tool like Seedance, a clear blueprint on how to utilize smart cuts and completely eliminates random, messy cuts. This is where most people fail. They describe an incredible fight sequence, but give zero camera directions. If you don't explicitly lock your camera angle, Seedance is going to default to a messy handheld movement that completely ruins the scene's composition. Next mistake is faking speed ramps in post-production. Speed ramping is actually a native, incredibly powerful instruction in Seedance. It's the ultimate secret to getting a premium cinematic feel immediately, giving you that high-end cinematic energy right out of the box, saving you hours of tedious editing. The next mistake is assuming you don't need negative prompts just because the platform doesn't have a dedicated box for them. Negative instructions are just as important as positive ones. Without them, Seedance will drift, morph, and add things you didn't ask for unless you explicitly block them in your text. And lastly, don't get ahead of yourself and break the story's flow. Everyone wants to skip straight to the intense, high-energy parts, but rushing kills the quality. Slow down, plan out your choreography, and give precise instructions for every split second if you want to achieve the absolute best results possible. By the way, if you like this type of video, let me know down in the comments so I know to make more. Now, let's see what happens when you avoid these mistakes and put all of these rules together. Here is the final, fully completed clip. Remember those broken clips from earlier? This next sequence is the fully corrected, premium version of those exact same scenes.
Bishop.
You can use this exact template order and set of rules for every fighting sequence or intense action scene you build. It keeps the pacing tight and ensures the system handles the intensity without breaking the flow. Keep in mind that accessing the Higgsfield MCP requires a paid subscription. They provide several plan tiers designed for both individual creators and enterprise teams, making it adaptable to any workflow. Thank you for watching today's breakdown. If you found this valuable, hope you enjoyed the content.